Hi everyone, my name is Anand. I am an online instructor on Selenium and Java automation. I have overall 20 years of experience and my passion is to train on automation. So let's get started. What I will be covering as part of Selenium Java core syllabus, right from core Java, which is required for scripting of automation, and then the WebDriver, how to download from seleniumhq.dev, and I'll be demonstrating one example on Google search and how to do practically on automating the Google search page. And I also cover a lot of other frameworks called TestNG, Maven, Jenkins, framework designing, page object model. How do we read the data and write the data into Excel format in the Excel sheets and so on. So before that, I will be explaining the features of key features of Selenium. Basically, it's an open source automation testing tool, and it is exclusively for web-based applications. And it supports multiple browsers like Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, Safari, and so on. Also, it supports multiple operating systems: Linux, Windows, Mac. So Selenium basically it supports multiple programming languages such as Python, Java, JavaScript, Ruby, Perl, and so on. So let's talk about the architecture of Selenium. Basically, as you can see in the diagram here, we need an editor to write the programming on the client side, which is nothing but our system. So we can choose to write in Java, Python, Ruby, or C Sharp, any of the supported programming languages. And once we write the program to automate the scenario, and when we start running, it will actually convert the entire programming into JSON format, JavaScript object notation format, and send it across in HTTP protocol to the browser driver. So the browser driver basically it understands the JSON format and performs the action on the actual browser. Suppose I want to automate on Chrome browser, then I need to use the Chrome driver. Similarly, for Firefox browser, I need to use a Firefox driver and so on. So when the browser driver performs action on the actual browser, the response what we get from the browser will be send it back to the browser driver, and the browser driver will understand the request and the response what we are sending and what we are getting from the browser, and wraps it up in the JSON format and sends it back to the client as part of the result. So this is the typical architecture of Selenium. So this is what I have explained, and the prerequisite for Selenium is Java setup, and we need one of the editors. In my case, I'm using Eclipse editor, and as you can see, I have installed Java in my system, which is showing 1.8 and so on, using command prompt Java space hyphen version. And let's get started. Open the browser. I have already created a project called Java project. I'm using a default package, and here I'm using Google example.java as the programming. So what it does basically, I'm using the Java programming. So these two lines, system.setProperty and the driver is equal to new Chrome driver, are responsible for invoking the Chrome browser. So, and this is to make the implicit wait. And once we invoke the browser, we need to enter the URL. So that is done by driver.get method. So we can pass the URL here, and we are maximizing the window size, the browser window size, using driver.manage window.maximize. And then what we are doing, anything, basically we are trying to do, we are identifying the object called text object, and we are passing the uh, value called WebDriver inside the Google search window. And what we are doing, we are hitting the enter key. So basically, how do we do that? Go to google.com and right click on the text field, inspect the element, web element, and as you can see here, name is Q, which is in the double quotes. Okay, so we can write, we can identify the text using the name of the object. As you can see, the mouse, the when you do the mouse over on this, blue line is getting highlighted on the text field. So that is how, that is the indication of the object. So there are different locator techniques in Selenium, and I will explaining that to you. Like ID, we can identify the object using ID, name, XPath, CSS selector, link text, partial link text for the links. So that is the locators, and this is what I am doing. Basically, I'm searching for, I'm finding the box called Q, and then I'm assigning it to an element called search box. Basically, we are identifying the search text field using this way, driver.find element by dot name Q, as I showed over there, and assigning it to a web element. So when you do the mouse over and find element, it shows the return type as web element, and then we are sending the value as WebDriver on the text field. And what we are doing, we are actually doing the keyboard enter. And then what I'm doing after getting the search result, I'm comparing the actual result versus the expected title of the Google page. So using actual title, driver.getTitle will return me the actual title, and initially I'm expecting the title as WebDriver dash Google search is my expected search title. So I'm giving a if condition here, actual title dot equals expected title. So if this is true, then you perform this action, you print this on the console output. If not, if this is not true, then you say it is the actual versus the expected is different, and then I'm closing the browser window. That is what typically I am doing it. So basically, when we run this, right click and run as Java application. So you can see the Chrome is getting opened, and Google is entered, and WebDriver is being entered on the text field, and it hit and enters, and you can see on the top left, WebDriver Google search is the title. It gets closed, it will compare, and it says the test case passed because WebDriver Google search is same as WebDriver Google search. That means expected versus actual is same. Suppose if I change here the expected title as just Google search, save it, and then run it, you can see the result this time as test case failed because the expected versus actual title is different in this case. So I'm just showing both true as well as false conditions. So this is how we typically automate the scenarios. So I tried different topics in Java and Selenium. So this is these are the topics that I will be covering in the entire course. So this is the highlight of what I have taught so far. Thank you.